A wealthy couple from Texas
We're going to space in 2013.
will set out to change a struggling community forever.
This is gorgeous. What could be wrong with this community?
It used to be a booming town when the 2 mills were running.
This town's in trouble. All the real jobs pretty much are gone.
By giving away the largest amount in secret millionaire history.
We have a check for $100,000, $280,000, maybe $400,000 will help.
Over $1 million to save a town.
I've never seen a check this big. That's amazing.
When they reveal themselves as the secret millionaire.
My name is George Rapier. I'm 60 years old, and I'm chairman and CEO of WellMed, which is a medical group and medical management company.
My name is Kim Rapier. I'm 44 years old. George and I met 11 years ago, and I knew right when I saw him I was going to marry him. He's my soulmate.
I'm not in the office per se, but I'm still working. I founded WellMed to be able to deliver a better quality of medicine to the senior patients. We started with 3 doctors and 6 other employees. Today we've got over 1,600 and we're in multiple locations. I never could have imagined it would get anywhere near this big and that, I'd be trying to run something this large. The house on Lake LBJ is 8,000 square feet. Cost about $2 million to build, and the property is probably worth about another $1 million now.
For his birthday, he turned 60. I bought him the Bentley convertible.
It does 0 to 60 almost as fast as her Lamborghini.
Almost as fast.
Almost as fast. I'm 16 years older than Kim is. So it really has been quite a wild ride. The last 10 years I've done more wild and crazy things than I've done in the 50 before.
I got him to scuba dive. We both snow ski. We're going to space in 2013.
We were blessed to be given money, so we think it's our responsibility to give it back. So are you ready?
I'm ready.
I guess we're flying somewhere because it's 2:30 in the morning and they're coming to get us.
For the next 6 days, George and Kim will leave behind their lavish lifestyle.
Well, here we go.
To conceal their identities, they must give up all of their personal possessions. No credit cards, cell phones, or jewelry. They will tell the people they meet they are part of a documentary on volunteering.
Okay, now I got butterflies.
Ready?
Yeah.
Their destination, the picturesque town of Oak Ridge, Oregon. Nestled between 3 national forests, Oak Ridge has a population just over 3,000. With a plethora of hiking trails, wildlife, and vast mountains, the town depends on tourism. For the next 6 days, George and Kim will be staying in this.
Oh, it's an RV.
Our home.
Okay, let's go inside our house.
All right.
Wow.
Our master bedroom. Well, that's friggin' interesting.
Do you know how to drive this?
Yeah. All righty, here we go. We are off.
There's gas pedals on the right.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, wow.
This just gets prettier and prettier and prettier and prettier.
So I'm curious what charities are going to be up here. I don't know what to expect. The town is beautiful. I was curious about what's needed in the city.
Casey's Riverside RV Park. This must be home.
All right.
Wow. Wow, look at that.
This is gorgeous.
What a beautiful place.
You look at the scenery and you look at the town, and I thought, what could be wrong with this community?
So you look at our new car?
Is that our car?
I mean, we're not going to drive this thing around town. I'm anxious to get out and see a little more of the town and just start talking to people.
George and Kim have just $71.03 to survive on for their 6-day stay in Oak Ridge, an amount that is the equivalent to the local food stamp award for a family of 2.
So what's lettuce cost?
I don't know how to look at prices. That's terrible.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty bad, huh?
Are you having a good day?
Yes, we're having a great day.
You from here, obviously?
I am. I've lived here for about 11 years.
What's there to do here?
There's a lot of outdoor recreation, and a lot of people do that, hunting and fishing and bicycling.
So what's the town's economy? Is it mostly tourist stuff and...
Right now it is. It used to be a booming town,
What used to be here?
the lumber mill.
A lumber mill. So what, did it shut down or?
It did. Everything kind of declined after that. So
It's a beautiful place.
it
It
is.
is. I'm Kim.
I'm Julie.
Nice to meet you.
I'm George. Fantastic to meet you. And
You too.
we're in one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. We don't know what Oak Ridge was like back when it was prosperous and the mills were running. You can't drive through and figure that out. I mean, you really got to spend the time to meet the people.
To meet more Oak Ridge locals, the Rapiers are now heading to a place the entire town will be on a Friday night, the high school football game.
When was the last time you were at a high school football game in high school? Yeah, you were a cheerleader.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
George and Kim have decided to volunteer at tonight's game. While George is taking tickets, Kim is put to work in the concession stand with Vicki Bates, who heads up local fundraising and also leads the parent-teacher-student organization.
This is Carissa, my daughter.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
You tell me what to do. We make
You can come back popcorn if you want.
Sure.
Our business time is usually between now and after halftime.
So did you grow up here?
Yeah, I've been here all my life. I was born down at the old clinic down over on Hill Street and went to school here all 12 years.
And you've seen the economy drop a little bit.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It used to be a booming town when the 2 mills were running. And my husband's a timber faller, so after that he started traveling a lot for jobs, and I lost my job last year. I was full-time in the library at the grade school, and I lost my job because of budget cuts.
Wow. Vicki, this is George.
Hi, nice to
Hi,
meet
I'm
you.
George. Good to meet you.
Good to meet you.
So what do you do?
A bunch of different fundraisers to help the kids with their field trips and scholarships and stuff like that.
Hi,
This is Judy
I'm
Hampton.
Judy Hampton. Yep.
George, good to
Nice to
meet
meet you, George.
What do you do?
I used to be the principal here at the high school. Now we try to provide them with little snacky things to take home so that maybe they'll have a little extra.
Snack packs.
That's a good program.
We'd like to do more, but we don't have a whole lot of money to do the rest. But you're welcome to join us and come pack and see what we do if you'd like to.
Be wonderful.
Okay? Glad to have you. It's nice meeting you.
Good to meet you, Judy.
Nice meeting you.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to legendary Ziegler Field, the home of the Oak Ridge Warriors.
This town's been struggling for 20 years, and it just seems to me anybody anywhere else would be in a bad mood, but they're not. They just, it seemed to make them tighter.
The scenic town of Oak Ridge, Oregon is Mother Nature's paradise. But like so many other towns in America, it's suffering from high unemployment and poverty.
I'm looking forward to today. I'm ready to go meet some people and find out more about the town and what's going on.
Show them your pajamas.
You want to see my pajamas?
Here's my moose pajamas. Do you like those?
This morning, secret millionaires George and Kim Rapier are on their way to help former principal Judy Hampton with the Snack Pack program for kids.
Hi, Judy. How are you doing?
Good. Nice to see you again. Welcome.
Judy and her husband Don Hampton, the mayor of Oak Ridge, started the Snack Pack program 3 years ago.
You can see we're packing, so you grab a couple bags. One item from each type goes in the bag. We do this every week, and we pack between 300 and 500 every week.
We used to have a 5-day school week, and then the district decided to make it a 4-day school week. For some kids, having worked inside the system means a day without food.
Yeah.
So this is our attempt to make sure there's some food to eat on Friday for kids.
But we make sure that every kid who wants a bag gets one. It's not just the kids who are poverty kids. We want every kid to have one. And if they don't want them, that's their choice.
It costs about $7,000 a year to do this.
Yeah? So where do y'all get the money?
We beg well.
Begging, please.
I think I saw you out with a tin cup out there.
Yeah.
We'd like to add a little more substance, but it would take a lot more money to do that than we have right now. We were thinking about maybe a can of ravioli or something.
Soups. And
so you could put that in the bag once a month.
what would it take to do that?
That would add another $3,000 to our cost. And a few weeks ago, there was an elementary student right here. His teacher sent him over to me, and he said to me, if there are any extras, could I please have another bag? And I said, sure, go ahead. And the teacher told me later that he really needed that extra bag to take home to his family. So, you know, even one kid like that makes a difference to us.
So you deliver them to the classroom?
Yes, for the elementary.
Okay. Hello. We have a special delivery for you.
Oh, they'll love that.
So what's your favorite?
The oatmeal.
Oatmeal? When you eat it?
When I get home.
What do you love the most in the snack packs?
Food.
Food. Is that good food?
So what does this mean to you guys? Getting some free snacks.
I enjoy the snack packs because they have like my favorite kind of cereal. Because if you don't have nothing to eat over the weekend, you can just get this and eat some.
A lot of these kids, their parents can't afford to buy just simple stuff like that. Most of us take for granted that we're going to have enough to eat and we can afford to buy food, and some people can't.
One of the kids said they might not have something to eat all weekend.
Yeah. And that, you know, that makes you feel bad. You know, you can't help them, you're not helping them enough. Sort of like, what else could we do for them that would make it better for them?
Right.
And there are things you can't do. I don't want to see kids go hungry.
Yeah. Homeless. No food.
It's okay. Thanks. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's been a tough day today. You see poverty. This is very emotional.
Why are you crying? Sorry.
This is a hard thing to do, and it's sad. The whole town needs help.
It's the third day of George and Kim Rapier's undercover mission in Oak Ridge, Oregon, a small town 40 miles south of Eugene with just over 3,000 residents.
Bring the map, too, in case we get lost.
Having made a fortune in the medical profession, George is curious to visit the town's only healthcare provider. With no full-time doctor on staff, the town relies on Edwin Way, a physician assistant, for their medical needs.
Hi, I'm Edwin Way.
Hi, how are you
doing?
Kim?
This is my shop.
Hi, George Rapier. Good to meet you.
George and Kim, nice to meet you.
What's small town practice like? Do you get calls all day and night, or you?
Yes, lately it's been the pressure because of so many patients. I started this practice in '96, and at that time we had 3 providers in town. And basically, well, not basically, I'm it now.
You're it.
I'm it now. I've got over 1,500 active charts.
You're swamped.
Yeah, to say the least.
There are a lot of elderly folks here that just cannot make the trip to Eugene on a regular basis. What did you do? What's your
I'm actually
background?
a PA.
Oh, my God. Where'd you graduate?
Florida.
Florida, okay.
So you could practice here. Again, I'm not familiar with the laws up here in Oregon.
Okay.
In Texas, we have to have a supervising physician.
I do. He's hiding.
He's hiding. Okay.
He comes up once a month and reviews charts. The rest of the time I'm here by myself. If you'd like to get a feel for how we see patients and that sort of thing, I'd love to have you come.
That's great. I'd love to.
Okay. So you're going to spend some
Looks like
time
you're
with
going to kind of
Jenny?
join me.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and...
Don?
Love to. So how long's it been hurting you?
I've had that knee forever, but in the past year, I've noticed a difference in the hurt.
Yeah, you still have a little bit of a fusion there.
So she got DJD or she have...
Yeah, and she's got a really large Q angle. Okay, this is very important.
Okay.
I want you to watch the wall over there.
Okay.
Okay. Do you see the light?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
Glad to know that.
This man has been the best person to us.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
You always have. I don't know what we'd do without him, I'll be honest with you. There's a lot of people in this town that couldn't afford to drive into Eugene all the time.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a shame.
Okay.
But we're glad we have him.
I feel sorry for both Edwin and the seniors because he's really their last lifeline. It's got to be really hard on both of them. So how are you surviving here?
I'm surviving by working my tail off. I would dearly love to have somebody come up that is willing to move into Oak Ridge. They would have a built-in practice. You know, I would work with them for a year. They would find out that they love Oak Ridge as much as I do. And then, hey, it's your practice, and I'll just tune down a little bit. I'm 60. Oak Ridge traditionally has been a 2.5 to 3 provider town. And we're down to 1, just me.
If you decided to retire, what would happen to all your patients?
Scares the heck out of me. I'm hanging on, so to speak, because of my patients, but that's a real concern. What is going to happen if I just stop seeing patients? It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good for Oak Ridge.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
All right. See you, George.
I'll give you your chart back.
Nice to meet you again.
This town's in trouble. If he doesn't get some help the next 4 or 5 years, it's going to be tough. A small town with no medical provider, he'll never turn this town around.
Continuing their search for people making a difference, George and Kim are now on their way to learn more about local rescue workers. In a town of over 3,000, Oak Ridge has only 1 firehouse with a staff of just 4 employees.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Kim Jarrett.
Hi, Kim. Nice to meet you.
George.
George, I'm Tim. I'm the fire chief.
You're the chief.
Yeah, what can we do for you?
We got in town a couple of days ago, and a lot of people said good things about y'all, and
Oh, we thank them for that.
so
we appreciate that.
we're here.
Excellent. We're doing a training out back if you'd like to come see.
Awesome.
Yeah, come watch. So this is our apparatus bay.
So these are staff,
They're actually volunteers.
These are all volunteers?
They're all volunteers. There's 4 paid people in the department, myself and the 3 paramedics. If we get a fire call or anything of that nature, the volunteers come in and
So everything
take
else
that.
is volunteer?
Right.
It's awesome.
We're augmented with 52 volunteers.
That's amazing.
It takes a lot of folks to make this go. They're a very dedicated bunch. So where are you guys at with drill?
We're actually at the point where if we find somebody who wants to be a victim,
I'll be.
we could...
Awesome. Perfect.
So what you would do is you would be walking around from a motor vehicle accident, and now your neck is starting to hurt. So this is what we would do.
Is it tight and uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Good, that's where it's supposed to be.
Just relax, and we're going to lie you back. Here we go. We haven't dropped anybody all day, so
Trust issue.
You all right, darling?
She's in good hands.
we're going to go to dinner.
Did you want something when we come back?
So it's just looking around town, there's gray hair everywhere, and lots and lots of old people.
As our resources decrease, our call volume tends to keep going because they get older and older and older. I mean, we're 71% Medicare patients. That pays about 1/5 of our bill.
Really?
Yeah.
So transport to town, we get from the feds, we get 1/5 of what it really costs.
Yeah.
Which really is about gasoline.
Which is what's killing us. We're going to have a little dinner inside. You guys are welcome to join us if you'd like.
Sure.
Smells good, doesn't it?
Yeah. Thank you for feeding us.
Absolutely. Hi, our guests of honor. Sir, how are you?
This is Dick and Sally Stevenson.
Hi.
They're community members, longtime friends.
I'm George.
George, I'm Dick.
Hi, Dick. Good to meet you. How long y'all been here?
Oh, 2 or 3 years.
I'll tell you what, I almost lost him once. I would have if it hadn't been for these boys.
Really?
Yes.
What happened?
Oh, I had a little back surgery. When they sent him home, he was totally out. He got down on the edge of the bed, and he was just as white as a sheet. I tell you, the boys really worked on him. And
wow, what happened?
Wow. Well, I had a reaction. Reaction to the medication.
Wow.
They didn't know that they could even retrieve him.
You know, I still think we have the same ambulances.
Do you?
Oh, yeah. We just can't get new ones.
So how old are those? I mean, they look old.
Newest one is a 98.
Yeah.
And as far as ambulances go, it's outlived its life several times over.
What does a new ambulance cost?
They started.
You laugh at me.
They start about
Not
one.
that I can buy one. I'm just asking.
About $170,000, $180,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Every single aspect of this community is hurting economically.
They just all pull together and they keep on going and they support each other when they need to, which I've never seen before.
What a beautiful thing.
It's now day 4 of George and Kim's secret millionaire journey. They're living undercover in Oak Ridge, Oregon, just one of many small towns in America that have been hit hard by a struggling economy.
How'd you sleep, honey?
Much better, babe. Didn't even get up.
Today, they have been invited by Vicki Bates to help chop firewood for the Oak Ridge School fundraiser. Because of the school district's lack of funding, this is one of the many areas Vicki volunteers to help supplement their needs.
This is what we use to measure where they're going to saw the logs. So that's what we do is just go over here.
Paint, huh?
Yeah, just paint. Just go over to
I
the
can handle
logs.
that.
Okay, once they start sawing the logs, and then we can pile it down here on the road, and then they'll split it.
Okay.
So we're just going to leave this in the trailer and just sell it. Sell a load of wood.
So how much money can y'all raise doing this?
My goal is hoping at least raise $500 for the raffle senior night.
Just the labor to cut that much wood for their senior trip or their scholarship fund, that's a labor of love because it's really hard work for not much money. Well, it seems like you're doing this all the time.
Yeah, yesterday was concessions at volleyball. Today it's this. Tomorrow it's high school scholarships to graduating seniors. Like Carissa, she's graduating this year. And so her plan is to go to a 2-year college and then transfer to a 4-year college.
Yeah, that's what I did.
University.
I started in a junior college. So you're going to junior college this year. What are you going to do?
I'm going to major in psychology and become a high school counselor. I do like helping people, and just like with volunteering, that's what got me started. You give them that security saying, you can come to me with whatever you have and I'll help you, you know. Like, I don't know how many times I've changed my mind, but I'm set.
Oh, you seem pretty certain now.
Has it been hard on you since you lost your job?
Yes. I miss the kids.
Yeah, my mom was the librarian there for almost 11 years. She was there ever since I was 1st grade. So
11 years and you don't have any seniority?
No.
We've lost entire departments. We've lost our home ec department, shop and wood shop and metal shop are kind of on a volunteer basis.
Sounds like the whole town, though. Everybody, so you don't have money to pay for something, people help out and volunteer wherever they can.
Yeah, it's people like Vicki that really help us out a lot because her organization has helped a lot of kids in this town, giving them things that we used to take for granted, but that we wouldn't have if it hadn't been for her.
I think Vicki's the ultimate mother. She spends most all of her time fundraising to provide things that the school used to pay for, that you never know what little thing is going to change a kid's life. In the big city, if the school didn't have money for something, it'd just never get done.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Nobody'd do it. Nobody'd volunteer. Y'all realize how unusual this is?
Oh, I don't know. We've kind of grown up in it. It's normal to us.
It's normal.
Well, thanks you two for coming out today.
Well, thank y'all.
Helping us out. And
Thank you.
Good to meet you. Despite where they live, they found a way to persevere and bond together. They're the opposite of despair. They're happy. This is just the start.
When I think of America, I think Oak Ridge is America. Everybody groups together and loves each other and helps each other. I see this very small town, and I know I can make a difference here.
Tonight, George and Kim are having dinner with Julie, the woman they met at the supermarket, and her family.
Do I get a hug?
Yes.
Okay.
Thanks. I would like you to meet my kids. They're all here tonight.
Are they cooking?
They are. Nice to meet you.
So what do you do at the store anyway? We didn't ever ask you what your job was.
I'm in charge of the frozen, and I do ordering and stock and everything. I work 2 jobs. In one pay period, I worked 47 hours at Dairy Queen, and I work 40 plus a week. So I work 80 plus at the store.
And our mom really does do a lot of stuff for us.
Yeah.
And she's so supportive in everything that we do. And we really, really appreciate it.
I get little tip money at Dairy Queen, and I save it so the kids can, so they can have money for their away games, because otherwise I wouldn't have it. So I save my little dollars.
I think it's almost done.
Should we sit?
Sit.
Go. Thank you, chef. Is this your recipe?
No, my mom just marinated in poison sauce.
So what is poison sauce?
Poison.
Oh, poison.
Be careful. So what have you gotten to do since you've been?
Cut wood.
Yeah, we went up with Vicki cutting wood for a raffle for the high school for the senior night.
Fundraiser?
Yeah.
She does a lot for that. I like small towns. There's a lot of positives. It's nice to have a network of people that are just so willing to help out.
Yeah,
because
dedicated to each other.
Yeah, I get overwhelmed because I just want to be home.
Yeah.
And so I'm not. Thank you.
So where's Dad?
He lives in Eugene now. Things just weren't working, and it's not healthy for the kids. I really love my kids, and I like spending time with them. I want to be a mom. I wanted to go to the kids' events and help out at school and do all those things.
Well, you do a lot to make it good for your kids, so.
I sort of priced the meal, and that enough to feed everybody was about $40 probably. That was, for them, probably a pretty expensive meal. Pretty amazing family. They don't have much. They really are a microcosm of the whole town.
We never knew what to expect. And there was up and down emotions, but it turned out one of the best experiences of my life.
It's really the people that we've got to know and we've really come to love.
We've been talking about who we want to help, and some of these are organizations, some of them are individuals, but we sort of got to thinking that
About everybody else.
about everybody else.
Every single person in this city will get something tomorrow. I just cannot wait to make this town happy.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Hi, guys.
Hi, you guys. We just wanted to come by and say goodbye. We're leaving today. But we wanted to just tell you how fantastic your snack pack program is, and
Glad you came by to help us.
You know, it's been really great coming to y'all's town. But we sort of told a little white lie.
Little white lie, a little.
We're actually very successful business people. We're millionaires.
wow. We would like to give you a check for the snack pack program for $55,000.
Oh, I got
For your snack pack program.
Oh, you guys, that's amazing.
Oh, incredible. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much.
So now you can expand it if you want to, and you don't have to worry.
It's a miracle that somebody would just walk into our town and actually see the value of what we do.
Uh-huh.
It's been hard trying to just make sure we can do this for the kids, and this is basically the whole program, and the kids will get so much more out of it than we can give them right now.
I think they have to have big blinds there.
I've never seen a shed this big.
Oh, you guys, that's amazing.
Well, y'all, I'll take care and keep up your good work.
Thank you. Bye. Thanks.
Oh, you guys, it's just amazing.
I have butterflies in my stomach.
We're high right now. It's time to keep going.
Secret millionaires George and Kim Rapier have given away $55,000 to the Oak Ridge School Snackback program. But they're just getting started.
Vicki gives so much to the community and really doesn't ever receive anything in return. So this one's going to be exciting.
Well, we just wanted to stop by before we leave and tell you what a fantastic job you do fundraising.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And
y'all.
you're just a bundle of joys.
Yeah, you're going to be something special. You got a lot of talents.
Thanks.
You want me to tell her? Or
No, should I tell her?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'll tell her. We're coming through town and sort of touring the country, but we didn't tell you the rest of the story.
Okay.
So the rest of the story is we're both very successful business people. In fact, we're multimillionaires. Well, but
we want to give you a little break from fundraising.
You've been fundraising so hard and dedicating your whole life to it that we have a check for the PTSO that might help you out a little bit in your fundraising for $100,000.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, my goodness, thanks.
You know?
Come here,
And I have to be honest with you. I probably won't take a break.
We said that.
We said that.
But at least you'll have more programs you support and can help more kids and do more things.
This will do so many wonderful things.
That put about $60,000 towards scholarships.
You bet.
And the other $40,000 just for all the other things you fundraise for. But we know you'll spend it the best way you know how.
And Carissa will get some of that scholarship money.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, no, we have an additional $35,000 for your family, and you $10,000 for your college.
Oh, my God. Oh.
Kim and George
are amazing, and I'll never forget them.
They'll change the lives of the kids forever.
In my life. Oh, I'm so happy.
Deep breath.
Deep breath.
Hi, Julie.
Hi.
Hi, guys. How are y'all doing?
Good. Want to come outside so we can...
Sure.
We don't meet people like y'all very often. We really don't. That come together as a family and really pull together.
Thank you.
It's probably been hard for you having to work that much, and it's probably hard on you guys too, not having her around there as much as you'd like. And you told us your dream was to be a mom and take care of the kids, and it's really our pleasure for you to take us into your home.
And we just came to say goodbye, but there's something else we have to tell you.
The truth is we're both very successful people. In fact, we're multimillionaires.
Oh. Oh.
And there's another reason we came by this morning. We have a little something for you.
We have a check for $130,000 for you.
What? What?
$130,000. Really? It's real.
I didn't think anything like that could happen for me. It's been hard. Thank you.
You're welcome. You deserve it. Your whole family.
Nobody has ever done anything that special for us.
This wonderful gift means that I will definitely be able to spend more time with my kids, go to their games, be home and make dinner and spend time as a family.
Group hug here.
Being able to help Julie was magical for us. I felt so much joy that I just can't wait to do the next one.
George and Kim Rapier have already given away an astonishing $320,000. But their secret millionaire mission is far from over.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. Hey, George. This is Tim.
How are you?
How are you? Good to see you. Well, this is crazy.
We just wanted to come and say goodbye to y'all and say what a great community you have.
It's our first time here. We didn't know we were coming when we got in our RV and took off, but it won't be the last time we come. It's really been our pleasure.
And I've never seen anything like this community in my life.
You know, we're from San Antonio, and we've really never seen a community with so many people that look after each other and come to each other's aid.
We wanted to just recognize a few people that we did meet. Edmund?
Edwin, you want to come up? Sure. So I don't know if y'all realize it or not. There's a lot of people that are trained in medicine that don't want to practice in a rural community. And not only that, it's even harder to know that your nearest backup is 50 miles away. Yeah. You know, we're looking for people that are doing good work, and we sort of told a little white lie.
George really isn't a PA. He's a doctor.
Are you really? I'm really a doctor. But that's only part of the lie.
We're very successful business people, and we're multimillionaires.
Well, good for you guys.
But we have a surprise for you.
Yeah. Uh-huh. We have a little check for you.
Yes.
So we think this might help you expand your building, and we think it might help you buy some equipment, and maybe even give some salary support. So we've got a little check in the amount of $280,000.
You've got to be kidding.
You're not kidding.
Oh, my God. You know what you've just done for Oak Ridge. Wow. I'm not sure I believe it yet. I am still stunned. This is the sort of thing that happens to other people. This doesn't happen to me.
Tim, it's your turn. We came over the other night, and you were a very gracious host. You told us about the service that you provide to the community. So how many of you people have had the pleasure of taking a ride in one of his ambulances?
Wow. And what if there wasn't one?
So maybe you need a new ambulance.
We could certainly use a new ambulance.
Plus, maybe you need some money to hire some extra full-time people. So maybe $400,000 will help?
Absolutely.
Okay?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
George, thank you. We can certainly get an ambulance. I mean, that's amazing. I can't thank you enough.
Mayor, come up here, Don.
We didn't really want to leave without everybody getting something. So we're giving you a check for $325,000 for everybody in your town, kids included, to get $100 each.
That will be very popular. Thank you. These folks are deserving of some special attention because they've gone through some tough times, and we appreciate it. It's going to make such an impact on this town.
It's been so desperate here. For Kim and George to come to us and do that is mind-boggling.
This is going to help us considerably. I saw a miracle happen here in Oak Ridge. It was a total miracle.
Having this come here is just kind of like a savior for our town, I think. It's just going to really make a difference for everybody.
It's such a pleasure for us to come to a place like this. Our week here has been so fantastic. We've met so many fantastic people that go way above and beyond anything we've ever seen. We are, darling. Let the steps come out. Bye, guys. In total, we gave a little over $1.3 million to the people here in Oak Ridge.
We're actually taking more home than we've given.
We're taking away friends. It really has been a humbling experience for us to see how well they love each other and take care of each other. It's given us a perspective that we haven't had before.
As hard as it was on us during the journey, the payoff was tenfold. I would definitely do it again.